Amelia, Morgan's sister, and this is our mom, Mary Jo. And so me and Morgan did a little bet that I could not text for an hour and see how I lost, but of course, you know, I won. So, because I won the bet, Morgan gets to dance in front of our house for 10 seconds. So, he wanted us to record it and put it on Mad. So, here we go. No, you're fine. Alright. Alright, ready, and go.
For a little, special little thing, I wanted to send a shout out to, wait, hold on. It's not gonna work. I wanted to send a shout out, on here to Lily, Amber, Alex, or Allie, my Aunt Andrea, Kevin, my Uncle Jim, my Uncle Everett, Alana, my mom, my dad, Jamie, Celia, Ariana, and my Aunt Robin. Because on my, Facebook Mad page, right here, thing, yeah, right there, they're my fans. So I wanted to send a shout out to them, and my little mini series kind of thing starts in 2 episodes. So yeah, it starts in 2 episodes. I guess I don't mention it in my 5th one. So yeah, but I want to send a shout out to them, and yeah. Anyway, so bye. Hey MVPs or Mad Viewer people. Sorry, the laptop's in the way. I'll move that. So here for my 26th map, I think. So today I think I'm gonna start off with topics, like introduce one thing in my life and then be like, oh, on that topic, and then go on to what I'm gonna talk about for that day. So on this topic today, I'm reading a book called You've Been Warned by James Patterson. Really good. It's an awesome book. It's about this woman who has a recurring dream about a crime scene, and it comes to life, and it's just pretty awesome. If you want to hear more about that, then I might talk about that in a later episode. But, so, speaking of, stories, I'm actually writing a story right now, and I'm not even done with the first chapter yet, but I'm thinking I could read that to you, or, a little bit. It's, the first page and a half. I'm going to read up to, this one part and then stop, but that's what I'm going to do today. And, so, yeah, you might hear this ring, because I might get a text, which I don't think that happened. No, I don't. Alright, but yeah, I think I'm going to read this. Basically, the short version is it's about this boy who gets superpowers. I know it's pretty original, but yeah. Alright, so here it goes. So there I was, on my way to my new school in New Jersey. I just moved from the small town of Trayville, just outside of Seattle. Ever since my birth, I've had a hard childhood. The time we were robbed, when I was about 3 years old, my dad messed with the wrong people and got his punishment for it. Sorry. But that was about 11 years ago. Then there was the time that my mom claimed to have seen my uncle Ted, even though he had passed away 3 years before I was born. That was about 9 years ago. And there was that one time that my sister went crazy. My sister was always a very unique child, but this one day really beat all the other days on the level of weirdness. One day, we don't really know what happened to her, but she walked in the door and had a look on her face as if she was looking all over the house for something. But it wasn't really curious. It was more of a dreamy look. We tried to find out what was wrong with her by bringing her to the hospital and giving her medicine, but nothing worked. The next few nights we kept hearing this rumbling from her room, but every time we checked on her, there was nothing. But then, this one day, she woke up, came downstairs, started eating her breakfast, and said to my mother in a very calm voice, "Watch out." And the next thing I knew, the stove spontaneously caught on fire, and the hanging kitchen light fell down on my mom. That was the day we officially called the incident day, August 10th. Ever since my sister has had predictions causing people that we love to die, we had no choice but to keep her locked up in the tallest mountain we could find. I guess the presence of her was causing all of the bad things, so no one of our relatives would die. Sorry about that. That was about 5 years ago. But this story is about me. All of my supernatural activities started when I turned 15. When I was about 12, just around the time we locked my sister up, my friends that lived in Trayville dared me to eat this special red dirt we found in the park. I know what you're thinking. It took us a while to mature. I mean, actually expecting a dare that involved putting a crushed rock-like substance into my mouth that I didn't even know where it had been. Even the best rock scientists in the world wouldn't be able to figure what this stuff was. Well, anyway, after the pleasant placing of the red rock in my mouth, I started to barf, roll up, low-tongue, stomach, hatred of food, puke, reverse eating, vomit, heave. Where was I? Oh yes, all my friends were grossed out and closing their eyes, and then they ran home and left me there, just continuously After they had left and probably already gotten home, and I was all done, it started getting dark, so I wanted to get home as fast as possible, because I only lived about three, maybe 4 blocks away. It wasn't until a few years later that my powers even barely started to kick in. They started to kick in on my 15th birthday, to be exact, on my 2nd day of school, in high school to be even more exact, August 15th. The only good thing about the move was that we moved about a week before school started. That doesn't sound too fun, but I got to kind of get familiar with the neighborhood and such. That's all I'm going to read. I know I'm a really bad reader, and I kind of like a bunch of the times, but yeah, so I'll keep reading if you guys want me to, and this is my book. It's called Impossible. That's what, I'm probably going to change it, but yeah. So, yeah, I just wanted to read that to you. It's a pretty uninteresting episode. But the book I'm reading right now, it has really short chapters. It's like, wait, the first chapter is like, from here, it's like that, and that. So it's really short. I could read that to you, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm all the way, oh crap, what did I just do? I'm already on chapter 43. There's 11 chapters. Okay, well that's all I really wanted to do, read my book, and I just got text. So I have to go. So, bye!